I'm just video, if that's
sure.
okay. Yeah. So I'll show my wife. So yeah, I could see this on the satellite view. And I said, okay. Now I could tell they were harvesting hay out here from time to time, and it's.
Yeah, she doesn't. The owner doesn't live here. That was her brother's land over there. He passed away. I grew up with him.
Okay.
And then the other brother lives across over there where you saw that sign that said Stinson.
Yeah,
gun shop or something. Yeah, that's
oh my God,
that's the brother across the street.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So this is kind of like the property line is this fence. Now whether or not that fence is 100% on the property line, that's I guess for you and me both.
Yeah, a little bit more detail, and this is going to the back half of the property. Yeah.
This is where your pond was.
Yeah.
Where it's still growing up here.
Yeah, it's filling in. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want a pond. Ponds get mosquitoes.
You're right.
And everything else. So that's one good thing about living up here and not in Livingston Parish. You know, you don't have as much standing water. Oh.
So this is where they had ran electricity back here. They had just a camper.
Yeah.
Sorry about the bumps.
No
problem.
Obviously, you got bad suspension or bad road, one or the other. So, yeah.
Now the fence ended, or they took it down at some point. So I know this is still on this land.
Okay.
But where the actual line is on this side, I don't 100% know.
Yeah. How far
but it's
back?
probably just straight back.
Yeah.
And it goes back probably into that wood line a little bit.
All right. Yeah, this is nice. The way it's the rolling hills. That's nice.
So I mean, this is 5 acres more than the other one. So that kind of gives you the scope of what that 17 acres is. You know.
Yeah. In fact, I look like a surveyor's stake out there.
Something back there. I don't.
Yeah. And it's in line with that fence back.
Right.
So I could be wrong. It could be my imagination, but you know, it's.
I would recommend getting a surveyor to come out here and restake the corners where they can be easily seen, you know.
It looked like there's probably a fence buried in all
there
the
probably
vines.
is back there somewhere. Like I said, there's probably, it may be 200-300 feet back there.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
And that's when farmers don't want to scratch their tractors, so they keep getting away from the fence row, and it finally just keeps coming out.
Keeps out. Yeah, it'll follow them. Yeah.
Like I said, this is kind of more of a rolling hill. On that front corner up there. Actually, it's way more.
This is ideal for the way we're designing the pole barn, because it's going to be long in the garage, at the garage end. You drive into the garage at one end,
right? And
then I was kind of hoping we get a real gentle slope, because as the house goes out, the house to where at the far end. The house is gonna be like 8 feet off the ground,
right?
And like a plantation style, you know. At least that's the vision, you know. So
your other corner would be kind of up in that area over there.
All right.
And then kind of just back again with the fence row.
Yeah, and now these power lines,
they do come across the land.
Yeah, but
and that's rural land. Pretty much everywhere there's a power line running through something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, back then they just ran them.
Right. Like I said, you still have use of the property. It's just, you know, you can't build a house under it.
No. But like I said, we would.
This is where I was talking about the big.
Okay. Yeah.
Slope. Yeah. So if you wanted to build on a hill, boom.
Not that steep. Kind of like what you have out here. You know. That's a nice gentle. You know, about a 2-degree slope.
I talked to a guy yesterday that used to bale hay here. He's like, I always hated baling on a hill. He's like, when I let my bale out, it always just rolled. Well, you can see there's D2. Rolls right down in the hole.
Yep.
Yeah, there's one down there. So and that's money laying there.
Yep.
And in fact, that's a big business in Northern California.
Hay?
Yeah, they compress the hay to where it's 1/3 the size when it's baled in the field.
Right.
And then they stack 40-foot sea cans up with them and ship it to China. So we had to clean the hydraulic system on several of those hay bale presses, and oh my God, you had to wear a respirator in there.
Well, they have the gate shut, but
Yeah.
that's where the other gate is right
Okay,
there.
all right. So it's just that.
So you would have access here, you know.
And there's nobody living in the house currently, huh?
The son
Oh.
does, the brother,
Okay.
the owner of this, her brother lives there.
All right.
Or he was. That was the old dairy barn.
Yeah. And
He's a mechanic that works, and I grew up with all them. Like
Okay.
they're good people.
yeah, that's what I was a crane mechanic. That's my background. Yeah. Went around the world rebuilding and troubleshooting cranes.
He's my mechanic. When I don't want to go to a shop and pay full price, I get him to do it on a Sunday afternoon.
Yep. Yep.
So it's
way to do it.
way cheaper.
Yeah. I don't work on cars.
Helps him out, helps me out.
Yeah. Yeah. What goes around comes around. And yeah, that's as you can see, it's got some roll to it out here.
Yeah.
And
Like I said, that's a pretty big hollow there.
yeah.
But I guess what the surprising thing to me is that it was still, you could still, well, I guess I can't go out that way, I was.
Yeah,
You
you'd
could
have to go
still drive across it because every field we had growing up, when it had that, there was like a ditch through the middle of it.
Yeah, you know, something like this, we would just let all that grow back.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what we didn't use for the house and yard, we just let it grow back.
And that's something, another thought, you know, you could plant this in pines, except for what you want to do, and it would give you a very good barrier.
Oh yeah, you get
Because those pines, they grow, you know, in 10 years, you won't see your house anymore.
No, that's what I told my wife. I said, this area is one of the fastest growing tree areas in America, and especially pine. So, yeah.
That's what a lot of people do with their fields. Like Mount Hermon was dairy country. I grew up on a dairy farm here. Everybody either dairied or worked on a dairy, one of the two. And then when the dairy industry kind of crashed, you're left with all this open land that, you know.
Yeah. And,
my dad still got 200 acres up there that he leases it to another farmer and they keep the land up, but he's never going to sell it because it's kind of sentimental. It's been in the family forever. I told him I'm selling it.
Just like the land I have on Blood River Road in Springfield. It's been in the family for over 100 years, well over 100 years.
Right.
So I'd never part with it, but
I think 4 generations of we've owned that land. It's right up on Highway 38 up there.
Yeah, that land that we have, I mean, it floods, and but the worst part is I got too many relatives living close to it. So
and both of these properties are in flood zones.
Yeah, I checked that out. Yeah, I told Kathy, I said, I don't want anything except, you know, zone X.
Now that may be a little dotted A right there where that pond is. You'll get that, you know, where there was a water source, but
yeah, you have a torrential, you have a hurricane pass through and dump 10 inches of rain. Yeah, you didn't have water standing there. So, but it's
like I said, she's negotiable on this because she's just kind of wanting to wash her hands of it and be done.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not telling you to send a low offer, but
no.
But I'm telling you, you know,
look,
she is negotiable.
Well, you know, I don't have enough brain power to negotiate. That's where my wife comes in. She's the negotiator.
I hate negotiating.
I do too.
You do? I love it.
I'm like, okay, what do you want to pay? Okay, you send me off. Okay, what's the best you can take for it? Send that back and we're done.
That's why I refuse
These 8 counter offers, I'm like, oh my gosh, just write a clean offer.
That's why I always refuse to have garage sales. I'll just take down Goodwill, give it away. Because people want to come in, they want haggle. I don't want
Everybody
haggle.
does, yes.
You know, if I go to a garage sale, I want $5. Okay, here's $5.
We're done.
We're done. Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
No, not a problem.